Welcome back to No Shit MMA on thatchannel.com, sponsored by Extreme Couture Toronto. And we have TJ Grant on the line. TJ, how you doing, big guy?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, man.
Hey, TJ, where are you right now?
I'm in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia.
So, Saturday night, you finish, in case somebody, was under a rock, you finish your fight, you win, an awesome fight. And what do you do immediately after?
Well, I did a couple interviews, and then I went out and grabbed a beer and had a hot dog, and that's about it.
And by beer, do you mean a beer, or do you mean like 740 beers?
Well, I had one or two, and then I realized that if I had any more, I'd probably make an ass of myself, so I had to pace myself that night.
And did you go to an after party?
No, I just stayed at the hotel, man. We didn't get back to the hotel till late, so I figured, just stay at the hotel and, be around people close to me and stuff and have a good time.
Cool.
So, TJ, what was it like going into the ring in the UFC for the first time?
It was pretty crazy. I actually, it happened so fast. I wanted to come out. I came out to Whitesnake, Here I Go Again, and, I really wanted to hear the intro to the song. That's what I wanted to hear, and they just started it right from where the song kicks in. And I really got my intro, so it all happened so quick. But
did it throw you off at all?
Huh?
Did it throw you off at all, skipping the intro?
Yeah, I like the song. I like the way it builds up, and didn't really get to feel the music, you know what I mean? But whatever, I got out there and fight's a fight. I know I was ready, and, just felt good in there.
So after the fight, you win, you go in the back, do you grab Dana White and go, listen, you fucking dick, you missed the beginning of my intro song. You did that, though, right?
No, I didn't really feel like saying that when I seen him. But
Did you have somebody else do it for you?
no, but I should have.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Next time. I mean, you probably got to get a couple wins before you start throwing your weight around like that.
Yeah, I don't want to piss that guy off.
Did you go back and say, give me a 3-fight deal, you piece of shit?
I got a 4-fight deal anyways.
Awesome.
With the UFC?
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, so you've got 3 more to go. Awesome. Who are you fighting
yeah.
next?
Do they tell you who you're fighting next? Do they give you a hint?
No, Joe Silva sent my manager a text and said, he's super happy with the fight. And, I'm sure my next fight, obviously it's going to be somebody tough. There's no easy fights in the UFC, so looking forward to it. I hopefully we'll find out in the next couple weeks.
It really was a great fight, my friend. I mean, we're going to joke around with you all night because it's probably, you've only been doing interviews for, a few months at this level, so we're going to fuck with you a lot. But it really was a fantastic fight, and you were in control the whole time, and you looked great. It must have felt good, eh?
Yeah, man, it felt real good, just to get out there with somebody who's competed at that level, over and over, test myself against Rio. I mean, it was definitely an awesome feeling.
Did you say anything to him, like trash talk him during the fight?
No. One time there was a few times I had good positions where one time I had his back and then people couldn't really tell, but I went for a twister because I was stupid. I went for a twister.
You know what? I did see that. I was in the front. I totally did see that. Eddie Bravo is our next guest.
Position to do it, but yeah, he got out.
Yeah.
And he got on top of me, and I was like, "Fuck!" Right during the fight, that's what I said out loud.
You said that to him?
You said that out loud?
Oh yeah.
And then he said, "Absolutely, shouldn't have gone for the twister."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, our guest in the next half hour tonight is Eddie Bravo. I'll tell him you went for the twister.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the prettiest, but I mean, I was definitely thinking twister.
Hey, dude.
$70 grand, submission of the night would have been pretty nice.
Yeah, no
for sure.
kidding. Shit, we were talking to Sam after, and he got 70 grand for fight of the night. You're expecting hey, what did you get paid? 6,000?
Yeah.
So it was 3,000 with a 3,000 win bonus.
Yeah.
So 76,000 would have been pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Is that a bit of a motivation when you're going in, like you're controlling the fight, and then you're like, I gotta fucking lock this down by either hammering his face in with an elbow, or I gotta get a submission because I want to win fight of the night, or whatever?
I mean, yeah.
Does that dawn on you at any point during the fight, like I'm controlling this now, and now I'm gonna go for something big?
Yeah, but before the fight, obviously, it goes through your mind. I always just want to go out there and have a good fight, and I figure, I'll submit the guy or finish him just by the pace that I fight at. But he was tough, man, and he just kept coming too. So it never really happened during the fight. The last thing I was thinking about was getting the bonus. Other than the few times I went for the twister and stuff. But
yeah, I wasn't thinking about the bonus, but I went for the twister.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of doesn't make any sense, does it?
Hey, there was a De La Riva sweep you got in the second round. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that was the shit right there. Like,
was great.
I was watching from the front, and I'm like, ah, shit. Like, that, you know, he's, for those of you who don't train jiu-jitsu,
like me.
Yeah, like you. He's standing, it's an open guard, he's standing over it, and he uses his feet to kind of sweep him off by hooking it through. It was a really sweet moment there. What do you think?
Pretty much a gi-only move, but I don't know. He kept standing up, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to go for the De La Riva, and I went for it, and then, you know, he went for a leg lock, but I knew that's his only, you know, like, counter to it, other than run, get out of there, so.
Yeah, when you see a leg lock coming, you stand and drill him in the face, right? Like, it's not too big a concern in MMA.
I can say that I used the De La Riva in my first UFC fight.
That was the moment, actually, when I freaked out. Like, a lot of people will freak out, you know, when they see a certain thing, but for me, that was the sweet moment.
Well, I would think generally people freak out when they start seeing elbows coming down or big shots being thrown. And then, you know, there's a certain percentage of the audience reasonably educated on the ground game.
Yeah.
But to be honest, where I was sitting, most of them were most excited about any type of standing and throwing, or if there was a throw. Yeah. But they would kind of lose interest. Oddly, they would kind of lose interest when there was a lot of ground activity. But you guys were pretty back and forth.
Yeah, up and down.
And Chonin wasn't a pushover. You did a nice job of pulling that through and just keeping the pace up.
Were you surprised to hear the word split decision?
I figured I did enough to win, like, you know, guaranteed the first and the third round because I won the end of the rounds pretty, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the second round was like, you know, I felt like I mean, during the fight I never really felt any of his punches. I'm sure he hit me a few times, but all those punches on top, none of them were really overly effective, you know, like, they were hitting the top of the head, the side of the head, but nothing, you know, I seen them all coming, right?
Yeah.
So
I figured I was the more effective fighter, but again, I still, you know, it's hard to tell the way the judges see it.
Have you watched it back yet?
Yeah, I got to watch it there yesterday.
It's online. What's the website if people want to see it?
I actually downloaded it from the UFC, like the UFC vault.
Yeah.
There's a few links up, but I don't really know what it would be. I just downloaded it from. It's like $1.99. You get to watch it.
Yeah, I found it online. If you Google TJ Grant and Rio Chonin, you'll find it. It doesn't stay up for long because they've got lawyers to take it down. But
it's better quality if you get it off the website.
Oh yeah, for sure. They'll give you a decent quality right off.
It's like $2 for sure. But when I saw it, I was absolutely certain that you'd won the fight. I mean, there was no question about it. But I actually have the judge's scorecard. Did you see that?
I didn't see them, but I know Cecil Peoples is the one who scored it 29-28 Chonin.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I saved it. If you want it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, okay, I will. I'll send it to you.
Hey, and TJ?
Yeah.
So did you have a number of ladies already lined up to go to your room after the fight? Like, did you prearrange that, or like how does that work?
Or do they just come out after you win?
Or do they just, or does the UFC automatically assign you 3 to 5 ladies depending on how well you fought?
I don't know. I never really got to enjoy that actually. Yeah.
So they sent them to the wrong room?
Yeah, they sent them to the wrong room.
Chonin had like 5 ladies.
Yeah, they sent them all to the wrong room.
Oh, that's a drag.
It was on the same room as same floor as Shogun, so I think he got all the ladies.
Yeah, that could have happened. He was just getting out of the elevator, and they all just sort of walked down his way.
Today's Tuesday, so it's 3 days since your fight. Anything hurt right this minute? Anything sore?
No, I mean my body feels actually like really good.
Hungover, maybe?
Yeah, well, I didn't really get to drink the last couple of days or anything because, like, I got home on Sunday and I had a scratched cornea from the fight, and it just kind of got worse and worse and started getting infected. So it felt like sandpaper the last couple of days when my eyes would be closed, and I was.
You know what fixes that?
Hard to be out in the light, so you know I'm feeling a lot better now. I think tomorrow I'll feel good. By the end of the week, I should be training again. I just, you know, you don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to rip the scar tissue off my eye right now. So.
No.
Jack Daniels fixes that, TJ.
Yeah, it does. So does Alexander Keith.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's from the Maritimes. He's got to drink that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.